firm now to find out. You might be surprised.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sean, founder of 4M Dental Implant Centers. I know it's tough to live with missing, broken, or loose teeth.
It was very hard for me to go out and smile.
I just can't believe what you did in one day.
I feel alive again.
My only regret is not doing it sooner.
My teeth are my favorite part of my body now.
I want to help you too. Call us now for our very special offer.
Call 844-4M-DENTAL.
The massive DDRV.com liquidation event is on. Get up to 50% off MSRP on travel trailers. Plus up to $100,000 off MSRP on select models. Our biggest camper and trailer sale ever. Going on now at Dennis Dillon RV.
Watch Off the Clock today at 2 on KTLA 5.
Good morning, I'm Frank Buckley. A new study breaks down the income your family will need to live comfortably in some of the most expensive U.S. cities, including those here in Southern California. We'll tell you what they are.
I'm Eric Spielman. The presumptive presidential nominees travel to New York City, the latest on their campaigns, plus a big difference when it comes to their campaign finances. The story coming up.
Good morning to you on this Friday. I'm Jessica Holmes. Another setback for the LAX People Mover won't be up and running for a little while longer. The reason behind the latest delay just ahead.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Dana Devin in for Sam. Coming up, fans are reacting to Post Malone's collaboration with Beyonce, and it's pretty funny. We'll have it for you in the Entertainment Report. Stay tuned.
Good Friday morning to everybody. We are seconds away from 10 o'clock. I'm Henry DiCarlo in for Mark Kriske this morning. We still have some sunshine hanging around, but clouds are going to start moving in, and much cooler weather will be with us today. We're finding those temperatures dropping a good 5, 6, 7 degrees, even more of a drop tomorrow as we look for our temperatures to go back into the 50s. Of course, the big story over the weekend will be the rain. It should arrive later tonight and through tomorrow morning with heavy rain throughout the weekend. We'll talk more about these things coming up in just a few minutes. In the meantime, Jessica, let's send it over to you.
Henry, thank you. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass expanding the use of city land to help get people off the streets. Yesterday, Mayor Bass announcing that the city will use publicly owned, unutilized land to build housing for the homeless. Space would also be able to store and dismantle vehicles from RV encampments. In a statement, the mayor described the move as an adaptive approach to bring more people inside. Early last year, Mayor Bass signed a directive aimed at maximizing the use of city property for temporary or permanent housing.
Now to the latest on the race for the White House. President Biden's re-election campaign received a major boost last night with the help of some powerhouse names. Meantime, former President Trump is taking a different approach with his campaign efforts. KTLA's Eric Spielman live at our newsroom with the details for us. Eric, good morning.
Morning, Frank. We're going to start with President Biden, who was at Radio City Music Hall in New York City for a star-studded campaign fundraiser. Former Presidents Obama and Clinton were also on the stage there. Late-night host Stephen Colbert was the moderator, and they made a joke about Donald Trump's golf game.
Can voters trust a presidential candidate who has not won a single Trump International Golf Club trophy? At long last, sir, have you no chip shot?
Well, look, I'd be happy to play. I told him once before when he came into the Oval, before he got sworn in, I said, I'll give you 3 strokes if you carry your own bag.
That video released this morning by the Biden campaign. Later, Biden told the sold-out crowd that democracy is literally at stake in this election. Obama said to the audience, at the end of the day, you do have to make a choice about who sees you and cares about you, and I'm pretty confident that the other guy, meaning Trump, does not. The event brought in $26 million. It's a record for a single political event. Biden is either tied or trailing in the polls with former President Trump, but he's way ahead when it comes to money. At the end of February, Biden had more than $155 million in campaign cash on hand compared to $37 million for Trump. That's more than 4 times as much money. Trump was also in the New York area yesterday. He attended a wake for New York City police officer Jonathan Diller, who was shot and killed during a traffic stop in Queens.
We have to stop it. We have to get back to law and order. We have to do
a lot of things differently because this is not working. This is happening too often.
Trump has had to use tens of millions of dollars in campaign donations to pay some of his legal bills from all the court cases he's facing. He's planning a big fundraiser next week at his Mar-a-Lago estate with several billionaires on the list of those invited. And he's also trying to raise money in other ways, such as by selling what he calls the God Bless the USA Bible for $59.99.
This Bible is the King James Version and also includes our Founding Father documents, yes, the Constitution, which I'm fighting for every single day, very hard, to keep Americans protected. I want to have a lot of people have it. You have to have it for your heart, for your soul.
Trump also recently introduced a brand of sneakers, which sell for nearly $400 a pair. When you talk about what kind of money will be spent on these two presidential campaigns over the next 7 months, just the TV commercials alone could run up a tab of nearly $3 billion. Jessica?
Okay, Eric, we thank you for that this morning. So how much do you have to make to live comfortably in the nation's most expensive cities?
It's a lot. A new survey found the income for a family of four has to be more than $275,000 a year.
Wow.
Financial advice website Smart Asset took a look at what would be needed to cover a so-called 50-30-20 budget. That's 50% for necessities like housing and utilities, 30% for discretionary spending, and 20% for savings or investments. For Los Angeles, the number came up as $276,557 a year. LA was ranked 19th out of 20 cities. Topping the list is San Francisco with a needed income of $339,000,
wow.
$123. So a lot of that is based on this idea that your housing cost should be no more than 30% of your total income. And they're saying the housing costs here in California are obviously astronomical.
I'm curious what that number would be maybe 20 years ago, 10 years ago.
Less.
And how much? Definitely less, but I wonder by how much that has spiked in recent years.
Yeah.
Hi, Henry.
Hi. You know, it is depressing to think about for sure, right? And I think we're all feeling it. It's without question. You know what we're going to feel this weekend? Cold air. I'll tell you that right now. The cold air is starting to move in. Should mention I'm in for Mark Kriske again this morning. We're taking out live. This is the LAX look right now. And we're talking about temperatures today that will be on the cooler side. We're starting to cool back down below the average. Now, 56 right now does not sound bad. That's actually a very nice start. We're just not going to see a big warm up today despite some sunshine. And the reason for that, when an area of low pressure begins to move in, but it's still sitting off to the west or to the north in this case, it ushers in a southerly flow first. So we're getting a little bit of a southerly flow of air, which generally is warmer because it's air that is closer to the equator than air from the north, which is going to be near the pole. Now, as far as we're concerned, the winter storm warning is going to be a decent amount of snow for our mountain communities. We talked earlier about Mammoth. This same system headed our way, dumped a lot of snow in Mammoth, and we could see a foot of snow plus above 6,000 feet. Now, that snow level should lower down to about 3,500 feet. That could affect some of that grapevine travel. But anywhere between about 5,000 feet and above, we are looking at heavy snow developing later tonight, overnight through Saturday, all the way into Sunday, and perhaps even into Monday. So we have the winter storm warning in through LA County. We know that the snow is going to be really tough there, and we'll get equally tough amounts of snow in through Riverside, San Bernardino, which means when you factor in the snow, also the cold conditions, we get icy conditions, windy conditions, driving conditions are very tough. For those that live up there, they're somewhat used to it, still tough conditions there, but for those that are heading up to the mountains this weekend, keep in mind it is going to be extremely difficult. Make sure you have your chains. You're not going to get up there without it. We also have wind advisories. So winds will be a big player with this system. This is a very unique storm. This is a storm that we might see in December, January, February. But this late in the season, to have such a cold storm with powerful winds and a lot of rain and snow, very unusual. Look at the size of this system, and it's just churning and sliding down the coast. So overnight tonight through tomorrow, that's when the heaviest rain will begin to move in, and we'll keep it in the forecast. Here we are at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. There's been absolutely no break in the radar imagery. We do get a little bit of a break Saturday night, or at least in through some pockets, and then it explodes once again through Sunday. So really, we need to anticipate rain and snow on the heavy side all the way through your Monday morning. So this will put hillsides at risk. We will have localized flooding on some of the streets, making some of that travel on the streets very difficult. The snow up in the mountains will make things difficult for travel as well. Now, temperatures today will be in the 50s and 60s. The rain will hold off until the evening hours. We could get a little bit of some rain around 6, 7 o'clock this evening around Santa Barbara, maybe Ventura County, but the heavier rain should hold off until after midnight. So the Dodger game a little chilly for you. You might have a few raindrops, especially as you're leaving the stadium, but overall we should have no delays, or at least that's how things are looking right now, as the bulk of the rain falls tomorrow and also on Sunday. Easter is going to be tough, right? We're going to have Easter travel. Those heading out to church, perhaps you're going to relatives, whatever the case may be, you are looking at some wet conditions on Sunday. And then Monday, Tuesday, we start to rebound. Middle of next week, very nice. Wednesday, beautiful day. Some areas could get close to 80 degrees. What this forecast does not show you is next Friday and Saturday, and it looks like